points. I think for my. Yes. Oh, yeah.
So, I'm at the waffle place. I'm here with the owner, Tom. So, Tom, just very quickly, can you tell me about what was your inspiration to come to America and create real waffles? And just tell us a little bit about in Flatiron and Chelsea, Union Square and Bryant Park, what your plans are.
Okay, well, we started Wafels and DeGeest with the idea of bringing the real Belgian waffles back to America. Uncompromising, real, authentic Belgian waffles. It's been a fantastic experience. Flatiron and Chelsea have been very important neighborhoods for us. We're at Bryant Park, we're at Herald Square with our kiosks, and
before about how coming to America facilitated the creation of like new waffle
Right.
recipes. So you just served me two delicious things, Tex-Mex and some other things. So can we expect to see those on the carts, or you have to come to the storefront here at 2nd Avenue and Avenue B?
well, the cafe in the East Village has the most diversity in waffles. It offers everything we've learned over the past 9 years. It's got corn waffles, it's got hash brown waffles, it's got Liège waffles made from dough, it's got Brussels waffles made from batter. A lot of those waffles you'll find on our trucks. If you go to our kiosks, or you get delivery from our kiosks in Bryant Park and Square, you're gonna get the Liège waffle, which is the most famous Belgian street waffle. It's a soft and chewy waffle. It's delicious. It can be eaten for breakfast, for lunch, for dessert, late night snack, you name it. But really, being here in New York has opened our eyes to the possibilities of things we can do with waffles. And that's, for instance, we came up with a corn waffle with chili, sour cream, cheddar, cilantro. We came up with a hash brown waffle with sausage and gravy, inspired by my experiences down south in Louisiana. So everything is possible. We love doing these things. They are a little bit different, and they're a real representation of bringing our Belgian experience and mixing it with everything else we see in New York, and awesome things happen.
A new area of growth for you were just mentioning to me, is catering and takeout. So could you tell us a little bit about that? So where will that be available? That's anywhere in the city?
Right now, since January of 2016, you can get your waffles delivered. It's the first time in 9 years we do that. And so you can order them from any of our kiosks. You can order it from Bryant Park, you can order it from Herald Square, you can order it in the East Village. We cover a pretty good part of Flatiron District, all the way up from 14th Street to 23rd and 5th. And you can get, waffles with Nutella, with strawberries, bananas. You can get double-decker waffles. You can get triple-decker waffles. You can get milkshakes. So a lot of choice. And if you're in the mood for a waffle, this is the place to go, because I think Wafels and DeGeest is probably, I'd say, one of the bigger names in the waffle world in New York.
Tom, one last thing. So, we are very civic-minded. We were talking before, so there were issues related to the public plazas and food vendors and carts and trucks. Can you just comment a little bit for the neighborhood on what you'd like to see happen in terms of regulation and what we can expect from the police and other vendors? Give us, a sense of what you'd like to see happen as a real leader in this field.
Okay, well, first of all, I would really hope that the New York City Council can, after all these years, draft up a clear, unambiguous legal framework of where you can actually vent and where you cannot vent. That's the first thing. Right now, there's a lot of ambiguity, and there's a lot of inconsistent enforcement. That goes for the regular vendors, and that goes for the veteran vendors, some of which are not really veteran vendors, but are more red vet operations. So there's a big issue around enforcement and clear legal framework. The second thing is, from the vendor's end, I think that the vendors need to recognize that they operate in a world-class city, like New York City, and that they in turn have a responsibility to make their operations representable from an aesthetic perspective, from a quality perspective, from a food quality perspective and a cleanliness perspective. So a lot of the vendors need to amp up the quality of their operation and make sure that they match the quality of our public spaces that are being created for them to operate.
Okay, well that's great. So we'll make sure that all of our blogs readers hear about that. And again, we're at the storefront for Wafels and Dingles. It's at Avenue B and 2nd Street. It's a beautiful storefront. The big times are Fridays and Saturdays. And if you come here, I'm sure you could meet Tom and you can see the menu and everything else. It's definitely worth some time. Thanks so much, Tom.
Thank you.